Welcome to Comfort Habit number 2. This is my final video for tonight. This is my apology. So, let me explain why I'm apologizing. I'm apologizing for the video before this video where I was exceptionally brutally honest about reverse racism. Alright? I know I have 170 of you here, and I am grateful for every last one of you. Alright? Specifically the ones that actually give a damn, that have stuck around the longest. But sometimes I'm too honest. Alright? Without a shadow of a doubt, I know it is a design flaw in the person who I am and who I became since I was 12 years old. See, when I was 12 years old, I learned a lot of shit. Alright? The first thing I learned was that lying doesn't get you anywhere. Not in the long run. It'll get what you need at that time. But at the end of the day, you still gotta live with that shit. And eventually, at some point in time, when you meet your maker, they say that they bring everything to the forefront. So I'm sure that some glitch in something I've said is gonna come back to bite me in the ass. Which is why I'm apologizing now. But the thing about life experience is that everybody's life experience will be different. Everybody's. And another thing is, regardless of what I said, each and every one of you watching has probably had to deal with some racist person at some point, at some time. Whether you want to admit it or not, it happens. And if you haven't dealt with a racist person, you've either been the racist person or done something that makes you appear to be racist. So, therefore, you have to understand that shit. I give you guys 99.9. Sometimes I give you the whole 1,000. Just depends on the situation. You know, I had a debate again with a lady who I'm not sure where she stands, but we can still be friends. Like I said, I'm not a Trump supporter. I will never support that man. And for those who do, hey, that's your thing. It is not my place to pass judgment. I voted for Biden because he was the only one I had left. I already told you guys my original choice was Elizabeth Warren because she's also like 4% native. My second choice was Andrew Yang because he was Chinese. And it would have been cool as fuck to have the first Chinese American president. My third choice was Pete because it would have been fucking awesome to have the first gay president. And Biden was the lesser of two evils because Trump was a bloody racist. And for all you Trump supporters, before you come at me, go Google the Central Park 5 shit, where even 20 some odd years later, this man does not have the testicular fortitude to apologize for wishing death on 5 black kids who were innocent, and even proven innocent through DNA, he still wasn't man enough to apologize. Y'all know me. If I fuck up, I own that shit. Period. Which is why I've made so many apologies and thank you videos. Because when I fuck up, I own that shit. Or before I post shit, I'll watch it to make sure it's postable before I post it so that I don't have to apologize. But when I delete shit, I also tell you why I deleted it. Alright? Because I don't have an editing button on this damn laptop to take out my missteps. Alright? Yeah, I make missteps. I don't lie, I just misstep the shit. And for those who do not know what a misstep is, a misstep is when you say something but you worded it wrong. And it's not like it's not the same as if you said it, you meant it, because I meant it, I just worded it wrong. Alright? Because anything that you say 9 out of 10, you meant it on some level or another, or the shit when it came out your mouth. A lot of people do not agree with that statement, and that is also a you problem. You know, because you don't have to agree with everything I say. It's fine. We're human. I can't make you agree with everything I say. It's not my job. It's your job to choose. Do I agree with Echo Fang Grey Wolf? Or do I want to give him the finger? Most people give me the finger until they find out I'm right, and then they agree. Do they apologize? Nope. Too much like the right thing to do for people to offer apologies. So, never really expect an apology from anybody. Because 9 times out of 10, most people aren't brave enough to apologize to you when they fuck up. Most people won't admit when they are wrong. Most people won't admit when they fuck up. It's just the way life works because of how we were raised or what we believe or who we believe or some kind of bullshit that comes out of your mouth, and shit happens. Mostly, shit happens. But I know that last video about reverse racism was harsh. But when you think about it, it wasn't too far from the truth. It's just that you don't like the truth. I told you about the things I went through from kindergarten to college, racially. I left some shit out because that would have made the goddamn video an hour and some change long. God knows if I'm not doing Kung Fu, y'all really don't want to be watching me for an hour and some change, standing here next to a dragon picture, Scarlet Spider and Spider-Man 2099, doing absolutely fucking nothing. Also, say hi to Mjolnir. So, you have to weigh those things in. But I am never going to be so big that I can't apologize. And possibly me being able to apologize might be what makes me bigger in the social media world. And sometimes you just have to apologize. Sometimes you have to agree to disagree, but sometimes you have to apologize. Now, I apologize to y'all because I'm never going to be a Trump supporter. But I'm not going to hate the people who do. Because some people need a leader to follow. Trump made it easy to be outwardly racist. God knows Asians have suffered a lot since he got in office. They were suffering before, because we all remember SARS, Severe Asian Racist Syndrome, Severe Asian Racist Hatred Syndrome or some shit. I can't spell SARS, but anyway, Margaret Cho does it better, and she's still awesome. We don't often think before we speak. Period. Not just me, all of us. And that leads to problems. Like I said, I'm going to talk about this January 6th thing, which is another reason why I'm going to apologize one more time before I end this video. I didn't know on January 6th that they were threatening to hang Mike Pence. I want y'all to hear that, so I'm going to say it again. I didn't know on January 6th that they were threatening to hang Mike Pence. One more time. I didn't know that they were threatening on January 6th to hang Mike Pence. Mike Pence was Donald Trump's president. So, vice president, however that fucking works, that's a misstep. Mike Pence was the vice president of the United States of America, which means he was Donald Trump's right-hand man. Apparently, Mike Pence pissed off Trump during the January 6th riot, or vacation, and they were threatening to hang him. Let that sink in. For everybody who follows Trump, let that sink in. That simply means he's not loyal to the people who were loyal to him. Mike Pence did his job. I don't know Mike Pence. I don't hate him, but I would not be threatening his life either, especially if he's my vice president and I'm the president. See where I'm going with that? So I apologize. But see, my problem with Donald Trump began way back in 1995. And then it began back farther than that with 1993. Because see, here's the thing. In 1993, I didn't know about how he was treating natives until I found the video. Now, I knew about the Central Park shit because that was live in 97 or 98, whenever the fuck that happened. Because amongst that shit happening, Columbine was in there somewhere too. They said nothing about Columbine because Michael Moore was making documentaries about stuff like that. But the Central Park 5, straight up and down, when he said he wished the death penalty was back and they could hang them, check out the word hang and ask black people how they feel about that word. And then turn around and you ask a native how they feel about scalping. So if you go around and saying, I want to scalp a native, think about how that makes natives feel. And then think about the words, I'm going to hang a black man. And then relook at our former president and how he said he was going to hang 5 black men. Now, he didn't say it directly. Let's not get it wrong. But what he said was, they should be executed and they should be hanged. You can go find the video and interpret it any way you want, but that does not change the words that he said. Alright? And then let's check out that thing with Bubba Wallace and the noose. No. And Bubba Wallace, half black, half white. Think about how that affects him. A noose. The symbol of hanging of people of color started with a noose. But yet, a lot of Trump supporters don't seem to think that that's not okay. They don't like Indians, to me, was a phrase that he used. Because the people that were natives were white passing. Alright? I'm part native. You can decide if I look more native or more black, and you can put that in the comments for all I care. But I do apologize for my last video. Because it was rough. But it needed to be said. Because reverse racism is a thing. There's a lot of people on TikTok that don't believe reverse racism exists. They don't believe that black people can be racist. They are wrong. I am a victim of that shit. But I am the victim of racism from a lot of people. Unfortunately, it's just been more blacks than whites than natives. Natives was the lowest number. Whites was the second lowest number. Blacks I can count on my hands and toes. That should tell you something about how the way the world works. But here's the thing. If a black hero or a black person says something racist, everybody lets some of that shit slide. If a white person says something racist, all of a fucking sudden, even if the white person isn't a racist, they are racist. But it's funny how everybody will acknowledge when Paula Deen said that shit, but nobody acknowledged when the former president said something about the Kung flu was getting around, or the Chinese virus. But nobody said that. When he got smart with the Chinese lady, everybody washed that shit under the bridge. When he said they don't like natives, wash that shit under the bridge. When he said that somebody should fire Colin Kaepernick, they washed that under the bridge. Now, you may not like anything I said, but you can go find all those videos because I didn't make that shit up. I can't pop a screen up on my screen and play the shit that I saw. But you can find those videos on YouTube. 93 Trump and casinos. Go look it up. They show the whole clip versus the tiny piece that I took. Because that tiny piece I took was all I needed. Because if you watch the whole clip, he goes into detail and he repeats himself. But eventually he will say, not once, but twice, possibly 3 times. They don't look like natives to me. Why my casino has to pay taxes, but their casinos don't. Well, here's the thing for those who don't know. Native casinos' tax money goes back to the casino, which goes back to the reservation. When we don't have enough reservations, as I picked this wedgie out my ass, to support every tribe. But, for those who don't have this information, only the government recognized tribes have casinos. And the other ones do, it's new to me. But I'm not going to say it's impossible. And finally, I apologize for this video. Because I know I have probably struck some nerves when I brought up Trump. I know I struck some nerves when I brought up Pete, whatever the hell his last name is. I know I struck some nerves when I said that Elizabeth Warren was 4% a Native American. I know I struck some nerves when I said it would be cool as fuck to have a Chinese president. And if that struck you and your racism button kicked in and said, why do we need a Chinese American president? Or, why do we have a female president who's 4% Native? Or, why do we have a gay president? I do not apologize to you because you're part of the problem. Anything racist or whatever else this video causes to you, I don't apologize to you. But to the 170 of you who are stuck with me and who are loyal, who go away and come back and go away and come back because I don't support Trump or I don't support wrong versus supporting right, thank you. But I do apologize because I do be honest. And as they said in Black Panther, the original, because they need to recast T'Challa, you can't be nice and be a king. So we're gonna do it my way now. You can't be honest and be nice all the time. Honesty is not nice. Honesty, at its core, the hardcore truth, hurts you, hurts me, but you get that shit out the way. And if you don't like hardcore truth, I'm probably not the page you should be following. Unless you like having your ears bleed, because the hardcore truth is that I can't sing worth shit. And I grew up in a church choir. But I know I can't sing. I'm an actor, not a singer. Usually they would Milli Vanilli this shit. But, I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be. And Milli Vanilli actually could sing. But, you know, we found that out on Arsenio Hall. That being said, have a blessed day. And I apologize for pissing everybody off. Thank you for watching. Echo Fan Grey Wolf. I'm Audi 5000.